All right, we are here with what everyone has been waiting for. Group stage, group stage MSC 2023. We're going to say all those big words right out the beginning because that's what we're here for, right? They dropped that group stage on us. It's looking pretty spicy. It's looking interesting. Nothing too crazy, honestly. I think the main reason for that is just because the way they split up a lot of the major teams. So like, there's no, no MPL teams really, no like top-notch teams really got paired up together, um, which also makes things even spicier for the quote unquote maybe weaker teams, things like that. Makes it even more cutthroat. It makes this event even harder. And then we're going to go on into the bracket, which is also going to be completely savage. But yeah, don't know exactly how. Don't know exactly how. I totally lost my train of thought. Totally lost my train of thought. Anyways, Mathers, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to DM you on IG. Like I said, Myanmar is the dark horse. I don't know if I'd call my. I mean, yeah, Phoenix is kind of a dark horse in a sense because we don't know too much about them. Um, I would like. We'll see. I think yeah, since we don't know too much about, like they could flop honestly, just because it's not Falcon, right? But it's also we also do know Myanmar though, right? So I think it just kind of depends. I think it just kind of depends. Mena got a super sad draw. Mena got a very, very sad draw. Also don't know exactly who, oh shit, I just noticed I was on, I forget I'm sharing my screen. I gotta like keep everything on the left side. Nine Clouds, what's up? Evo, how's it going? How's it going? All right. We're going to wait just a second. I'm going to share the stream real fast. We're going to wait just a second before we actually start this. Because I would like to maybe get some people in here. This is gonna. I'll tell you this. I think this is like it all does. There's definitely some easy guesses in here, but then there are also some tough guesses and some really possible hot takes overall, man. Some really possible. Oh, I have. Oh, wait, I'll turn it up. My mic was at. I had my mic set. I was doing some voiceovers earlier, and I have to, cause I knew I was gonna be yelling in them. I had to set my mic pretty low because I don't want to peek out. My bad. My mic was pretty low. That should be better. That should be better. That should be better. It was very low because I knew I was going to be yelling at like peak. So I needed to set it pretty down. I definitely am going to have like one or a few hot takes on this, a few hot guesses, a few possibilities that some people might not like. I'm also going to have some really probably the same thing that a lot of other people are going to guess. I think there's there's one group that I think is pretty easy. We're going to go in order. We're going to go from A, B, C, and then D. Group A is definitely easy peasy group. That is the Echo group, right? That is the Wales group. No one shall pass. I think it's pretty simple. I think the only real question on that group is whether FIMP is able to get a win off of Echo. I don't even think a 2-0. I'm talking about just like a singular game win. And then we also have to question Fireflux in general. They don't have Rosa, which was like one of their star players in M4. They don't have Rosa, right? So that could be an issue. Is that going to give the edge to Evo? It's another big question on the map, right? The big question for Group B is Phoenix going to hold on as much strength as Falcon did? Are they going to be as good as Falcon? How much has Singapore improved since M4? Because it is it's RSG Singapore. It's the same team we saw before. They were a first round exit in the lower bracket, and then Evos, right? I think some people are putting Phoenix as the top of that group. It's just hard for me to say that. It's hard for me to guess that. I think a really interesting hot take on that group would be Phoenix getting knocked out. But if we put them, I know they beat Falcon. If we put them as a better team than Falcon, then yeah, they show up. The Group C, which is definitely the most interesting group, I think. I think it's going to be the hottest group, the most popular group for things to happen. I think it's, other than Onic ID, I would say I don't know. It's honestly a hard group for me to guess, and many reasons. I'll get more to it later. And then Group C, man, poor Occupy, man. If Occupy somehow throws either of those, here's the thing, right? I feel like, all right, there's just no way Echo loses. Well, we'll get to it all. We're not. I don't want to get too deep in anything just yet. I want to kind of take it slow. I'm not gonna. This is probably all we're gonna do on tonight's stream. Nothing too crazy. I am gonna be recording this, so I do ask that after I post it later as an actual VOD, please go back, like it. Maybe leave a comment, whatever, all that good stuff. Theo, what's up? He's back. He's back with a new name. Barats loves Burat. I don't know what that means or what I just said, but hey, it's okay. Dykeeks, what's up? I gotta use the restroom real quick, guys. Gotta use the restroom real quick. Sahara Martinez, what's up? 1 second. Nah, I'm probably going to take the chat out of recording. I don't trust you guys. I don't trust you guys at all. Not one little bit, bro. Not one little bit. Oh, a little bubbly? I don't even like bubbly. Fucking LaCroix. Blech. But for some reason. Every once in a while it does hit the spot, though. Chaircast. Welcome to Chaircast. Another Real Chair exclusive. Welcome to the hot seat. I don't know who made this. Somebody on Discord had an image of this that's behind me right now on the screen. Whoever did, I appreciate it. I'm using it. I almost didn't do this video tonight because I didn't have a way to do this, and I was like hunting images, and I had to do some other stuff. And yeah, I just almost didn't even stream tonight and do this, but I really wanted to. So this whole image came in clutch. I was just able to wipe out their numbers and then put in my own. So whoever did this on Discord, muchly appreciated. You came in clutch tonight. Ken's the one who sent it to me, but whoever originally did it, awesome. If you happen to ever see this. All right, are we ready to jump in, guys? Are we ready to jump in? Can you guys be trusted? Should I leave the chat? The most popular beer brand? That's actually tough. In the past, I would say it's Budweiser, but honestly, there's like so many beer brands. And then nowadays, you have like all these different, you have like craft beers that are very popular and stuff, and all these different things. I don't drink beer. I don't drink, so I can't really give you my opinion. When I did drink, I was a very classic American man drinking Budweiser, maybe a little Yingling, but I don't really drink anymore. So I don't. It's not that I don't really. I just don't drink anymore. I'm debating whether I should leave the chat or not. Please keep it clean, guys. Okay, keep it clean. Let's not get too crazy. Let's not get too crazy. I'm going to leave the chat. We're going to... Don't. Tripping Studio. What's up? What's up? What's up? Saint TW. What's up? Welcome, welcome. I really think Turkey can beat Echo. We'll see. It's definitely going to be... What I would like to do is leave the chat, because then you guys can, people who are in the... I think it's like a cool thing. People that are in the live stream get to be in the VOD, and you can be like, what's up, VOD? Hey. Or, things like that. I think it's like cool to the chat and cool to you guys who are here for my live stream to be a part of the VOD in a sense. It's just that, at the same time... Barats loves Burat. I think it also just adds a level of meme. I'm not recording yet. King Rex, bro. Are you the real King Rex or T-Rex? Day, what's up? Biggest chance to upset? Honestly, I think each group has a chance. I think the only team that doesn't have a chance is Occupy. Bruh. It's I love your cast. What does that mean? What's up? Bruh, I love your cast. Thank you. Thank you, Tripping Studio. I do appreciate it. I wouldn't call that's my question, right? Is Todak beating Blacklist in groups considered an upset? If you guys consider that an upset, then I would say that because I think that is a possibility, right? I think that's definitely a possibility. Do we consider Singapore getting out of groups an upset? Because I think that's a possibility too. Are we just talking about upset games? I do have a couple hot takes here. Group C is going to be intense. If Singapore getting out of group, getting to the bracket is an upset, I think that's a possibility. Even though I'm not going to put it in my prediction, I think An upset is Evo. I think anyone beating, I think Fireflux or Evo beating Echo is an upset, yo. I think either of those teams beating Echo is an upset. If Fireflux can beat Echo, Todak can't even win against NA. I know, but I'm just saying, you know? I'm just saying. You said Wolf? There's a rumor that Kasim will be casting all Singapore and MY games for good luck. Do you mean, who's K-Sam? Is that Wolf? NA should be an all-star cast, not only OP players. Really, an all-star cast? Really wrong to just, oh. Yeah, no, Wolf's not allowed to cast Group C. Or Group, group, he's not allowed to cast, he shouldn't be allowed to cast Group at all. There's too much at stake. Thoughts on Team China? There is no Team China yet, so there's no thoughts on it. You know? All right. All right, Ken. I'm going to put your mod back, bro. I'm going to give you back your mod real fast. Because I need you to mod the chat while I'm doing this video. Ritz! Ritz just made me blush. Never mind, Ritz here. You lose your mod. I don't need you. I got Ritz here. I got the only girl I need. I didn't have a mod in the chat, so... No, Ken, you can have it. We're just going to be recording a video. So I can't have spam. I really want you guys to be in the video, but I can't have spam. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. If someone says something twice, like for example, Tripping Studio saying TREX got some Riz, that's okay. It's if someone's like really just hammering in. All right? Ken, you got your mod back. Be good. Be good. I get one complaint about you. I get one complaint from you. No, I don't mind like spam. Like I think like spam looks good. I don't know. There just is like a certain thing about it. Like spamming emojis. Like if I say something retarded, and you guys are just like you're dumb, that's okay. I'm cool with that. It's just I don't know. I think you just have to have the mind, like knowing what's good and what's wrong. Like come on, you know. All right. Ken was mean to me. He wanted me gone. Forgive him, Ritz. He knows not what he does. But all she'd have to do is say the words, Ken, and you'd be gone. Just know that. Sulfur GT, new subscriber. What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody welcome Sulfur. All right. I'm a little shiny today, but that's okay. What is the prize pool for MSC? 100 grand? Something like that? Should I have some background music, guys? You guys want background music or not? No background music? Damn, no, nobody likes background music. I was thinking just like some background lo-fi or something, but you're right. We never really do background music in the normally, so what do you guys care? Can you see my mouse? Yes, you can. Okay, this is going to work great. Let's do a quick test. All right, looks good. How do I get rid of this thing, though? Hide bar. Ooh, there we go. Thank God. Do you think China will make it in M5 if possible? I don't think they'll be in M5, no. There's no way. Maybe M6. Maybe even after M6. S tier is at least 300k or more. All right. All right, let's do this. Let's go. We're going to do a quick intro, guys. Just ignore me. Make sure you guys say hi to the VOD. Let's go. What's up, guys? Anybody watching from YouTube right now or from the VOD, whatever you say, don't know, just messed up the intro, but we do not care what we are about to do, me and my silly chat over here, are do a group stage prediction. MSC is right around the corner. I think we're all very, very excited for it. They just dropped the group draws on us. We weren't allowed to watch them live this time, which was a little bit sad, but it kind of built up the hype for it. And after seeing the group draws, I think there's a few groups that are definitely kind of maybe stale, maybe easy to guess, and then there are also a few groups that are actually pretty interesting. We're going to go through every single possible match. I'm going to give my prediction on it. Again, if you guys disagree, if you agree, it's okay. I don't care. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me I'm dumb. Tell me I'm smart. Whatever you want. Just remember, it's just an opinion. I am going to be giving a couple hot takes in this, a couple possibilities in this that probably are on the lesser sides of coming true, but if I think there's going to be an upset, that's where I think it's going to be. I'm not going to give away any of those just yet. I have looked at them. I do think I think the possibilities are there. So let's not waste any time at all. Let's jump right into it. I've already wasted enough on that long-ass intro. First, we're going to jump into Group A. For those that don't know, Group A has Echo, the world champions, the Season 11 champions of MPLPH, along with Fire Flux, which is the Turkey team. Used to be under the name Incendio. They scored in top 8 in the M4 World Championships. Definitely a team that a lot of us have our eyes on. Turkey is also one of the new regions included in MSC. One thing to talk about, though, with Fire Flux is they aren't going to have Rosa. Rosa was their mid laner, probably one of the stars of the team, honestly. After that, we have Evo, probably definitely almost most likely the underdog in this group. But I honestly think that could be up for debate, right? Because here's the thing. With Fireflux not having Rosa, I think a lot of us are wondering on our minds, are they going to compete like they did? Because Rosa was like that dude for them, right? Like Rosa really came through a lot, I feel like. And without that, are they going to perform on the same level as they did before? Let's not get too deep into it. First, let's talk about Echo Philippines up against Fire Flux. Now, honestly, I don't think Echo takes a single loss in this whole group stage. Anyone that doesn't know, the group stage is not going to be best of ones like a lot of group stages you see around the world. This group stage will be all best of 3 matches. They haven't discussed how tiebreakers will be held. I'm pretty sure it's going to go not games, but match first. If there ends up being 2 teams with 1-1, or all 3 teams having 1-1, like in total match wins and losses, maybe they go to like game counts and things like that. Like if they won a game, if they went 2-1, I don't know. They haven't released that information yet. We're not going to get too deep into that. If you guys haven't noticed, my awesome chat is right here. Don't mind them. Feel free to meme them all you want in the comments of this VOD. We are doing this live, so if you guys do want to watch this, quick shout out. If you do want to watch this live at any point or watching me live, just know we do content like this regularly. Someone said if Rosa was there, I feel like Turkey could have taken a win in their series versus Echo. Maybe. I don't know. Like, that is definitely an upset. Like, even now, a little piece of me wants to make this 2-1 just to get crazy. But I don't think so. I think it is group, so maybe Echo doesn't come in like full swinging. Like, maybe they're not getting crazy. They might come in confident. But also, just because of the seriousness of this, the fact that one person goes home, I almost feel like you just you wanna kind of come in hard. You don't want to play any games. So I think Echo is going to be taking this very seriously from the jump start. They're going to 2-0. After that, Echo versus Evo. I definitely think this is a 2-0. Once again, I think this is essentially an easy group for Echo. I think they are going to be the winners here. The only real competitiveness here, I think where we might possibly get a 2-1, is going to be Fireflux up against Evo. Now, here's something, right? Do we think Evo can take it? I'm wondering if Turkey, like I'm really wondering how Turkey is going to be without Rosa. I still want to give it to them because here's the thing. They were a top 8 team in the World Championships. That's 16 teams. They scored in the upper hands of things. MDH represented, I always forget, Mekong? This is Mekong, right? Or Lao, whatever. MDH represented them before in Worlds. We have Evo now. Still, they were a first exit. Please chat, correct me if I'm wrong on that information. But I do think Turkey will end up getting the dub here. But it may not come easy. 2-1. We'll at least give a game to Lao, which is really sad because here's the thing. Here's the reality of the situation. Lao, Evo now goes home. They take one game in the whole MSC championships, and then they have an exit. That's kind of sad, not going to lie. So that is Group A. I think Echo ends up coming on top with a 2-0. Fireflux just gets into the bracket with a 1-1, and Evo goes home 0-2. Group B. This is where things start getting a little bit more interesting, right? Definitely start getting a little more interesting. We have RSG Singapore. They have been the team that's dominated in Singapore for a very long time, but every time they get on an international stage, they kind of flop, right? I don't know if they're really going to have the I wonder about Singapore, right? Because here's the thing, like they definitely dominate in their region, but like they were a first-round exit in M4. I just don't know. I do want to give them some benefit of the doubt, but it's hard to. We also have Phoenix from the Myanmar MSC qualifiers. Now, Phoenix beat Falcon, right? I looked up Phoenix a little bit. They've always been a little bit behind Falcon. They've always been like a second-place team. They scored second. They scored runner-up for the M4 qualifiers. They were this close. This time they finally make it to international championships. There's not a whole lot of information on them. I was watching one of Mirko's he was talking about group stage, and he said that they beat Blacklist in IESF qualifiers last year or something. So they have gotten some wins against some decent teams. But are they going to have what it takes, right? Are they going to be like Falcon? Are they going to keep that? I mean, like, or like Burmese Ghouls back in the day. Are they going to have the same strength of Myanmar? And that's like, I think for a region that's not as hugely popular, that a lot of us don't keep track of, you know, we kind of wonder that question. Like, is all of Myanmar strong, or is it just this team, or is it just that team? I'm going to give Phoenix the benefit of the doubt and put them on the level, you know, of other strong Myanmar teams. I think this will be a good place for us to see some more players. Against Singapore, I'm going to make that a 2-0. I think actually, you know what? I think RSG Singapore gets a win here. I almost want to give a really hot take in this group and say that Singapore makes it. Like there's a just to put on the record real fast, there's a gut feeling here that maybe RSG gets the win and Phoenix goes home in group stage. But it's just hard to bet against Myanmar because Myanmar is such a strong region. Myanmar is definitely a strong region. Even though they don't have an MPL, they're a very strong region. So we're gonna give it to Phoenix here. We're gonna give it to Phoenix here, but just know there's a slight possibility I think that RSG could take it now. Phoenix up against EVOS. Even though I think EVOS gets some hate sometimes, some slack, they didn't do amazing at SEA Games, etc., etc. I do think they will be ready for this. They did play decent. They played really well in the playoffs. I think a couple people are doubting them. I think they can get the win. Like if I'm gonna almost give the win to RSG, I think I kind of have to give the win to EVOS here. I think they get the dub here against Phoenix. I think they should be able to take it. I think EVOS, Ken kind of says it sometimes, they're underrated. EVOS Legends is underrated. I don't think they're exactly underrated. Like, I don't know if they're going to be able to compete against all the big dogs, but I think they will be able to get the dub over Phoenix. I think some of the smaller fish may have trouble with EVOS. And yes, I'm calling Phoenix a smaller fish. I think EVOS is just going to be able to take it. Someone said, you think EVOS can beat Phoenix? What a nice joke. I don't know. I think the possibility's there. I think they will be able to pull it off. Maybe not. Maybe Phoenix completely dominates this group, but still Phoenix just we'll have to see it to believe it. I'm trying to give Phoenix the benefit of the doubt and put them at the same level as some very, of Falcon and other teams, but we'll see. EVOS is here for a reason, right? I think kind of like what we've heard about Phoenix, EVOS is also kind of inconsistent sometimes. They do play really well sometimes, and some days they just come and they bomb out. They bomb out. So we'll see. We will see. Leo in the chat, what's up? We are recording right now. We'll see, guys. I don't know. For some reason, though, I feel like EVOS will take down Phoenix here. Like I said, I almost wanted to make an upset call here and say RSG takes Phoenix. After that, RSG versus EVOS. Once again, what if I made a really hot take and called this one as a draw? Called this group as a draw. Really hot take. RSG beats EVOS here, and this group ends up being a draw and going into overtime. Huh? 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 We want to get crazy here, guys? They beat Phoenix, but then they flop against RSG. Something tells me one of these groups is going to be a draw. Something tells me one of these groups is going to be a draw. We're going to make this one of our hot takes here, guys. We're going to make this one of our hot takes. This group goes into overtime. This group goes into overtime. This group we're kind of doing for the memes, whatever. I don't care what anyone says. This group goes into the overtime. Three-way tie. Three-way tie. Group B, three-way tie. We're calling it now. We'll see if we can get it right. I'm not overrating RSG Singapore, man. I'm not overrating them. Listen, half the chat's saying don't overrate EVOS. Half the chat's saying don't over... I know. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. I definitely think EVOS, like high chance EVOS has this. Like, all right. We'll say what my mind tells me is this. We'll just put what my mind tells me. Fine, guys. This is why I shouldn't watch the chat. Maybe one. I don't think RSG will go down without a game. You know what? Nah, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. 2-1. We're going to have a three-way tie in this group. If I get this right, because here's the thing. This is why you got to make the spicy predictions sometimes, guys. If I get this right, I go down as a legend. 2-1. RSG takes Evos. Three-way tie. It's going to be juicy. Group B. That's it. We're moving on to the next. All right, on to Group D. Group D, we got Blacklist, Todak, and Occupy. I was wondering if anyone was going to notice. No, we'll do Group C. We're not going to do Group D last and show favoritism to my NA people. Group C. We'll do Group C. We're going to do Group C next. Group C, in my opinion, is definitely the most interesting group here. If you put this in sense of region ranking, you would say it's a pretty simple group to judge, right? You would say that that it's going to go Onic, it's going to go Indo, NA, Cambodia, right? But there's some things to think about here, right? Okay, Cambodia. Burnex Flash Cambodia had a pretty decent running in SEA Games, right? Like, we can't deny they had an okay running in SEA Games. They got some wins here and there. They did much better than what we saw from them at M4. So they have grown a lot, right? Not only that, they are on their home court. They are in their home country. The Cambodian people are watching them heavily. Now, either that pressure is going to make them crumble or it's going to make them fly. Burnex Flash has a lot on their shoulders here, right? It's like when the Olympics are held in your own country. Like when the Olympics were in Japan, they were coming home with the golds, man. They were coming home with the golds. You were getting beaten if you came home with anything but a silver. So I'm just saying, Burnex Flash is definitely someone, like, we have to keep our eyes on them. There's some possibilities. Now, Outplay also has a lot to prove here. They're the runner-up team. In my personal opinion, I think they are at equal scaling with BTK, essentially. You know, give or take a percentage or two, right? But they still have a lot to prove because they are the runner-up, because of all the drama that's surrounded NA after NACT, because of all the hate they're probably going to be getting. Like, they have to get past this group stage. Like, they have to. If they do not, they are coming home to a whole lot of smack talk. I'm just saying. They're like, so there is also a lot on their shoulders. They also have Coach Dale now. They're going to be practicing. I'm looking in their Discord right now, and I can see all of them in VC with Coach Dale practicing right now. Like, they're getting at it every night. They're preparing for this. So I will say that. They have a coach also who has worldwide experience. So, I mean, they are definitely ready for. I think they're going to be prepared. Onic, a team that everyone keeps. Now we're going to move on to Onic, a team that everyone keeps predicting as a grand final. Since M4, during M4, everyone was like, yo, it's going to be Onic Echo. It's going to be Onic Blacklist. They were saying they were going to make it. They didn't. They come up way short. They don't only not make it a playoffs, but they get to 4th place, which honestly isn't a bad position. But for the hype that surrounded Onic, it wasn't the greatest position. It was what Onic themselves and what Onic fans wanted, right? People think that they can get the gold. That's what they want. So here's Onic once again in another if Onic loses group, that'll be a huge upset. In another international event. So people like that. But it's true, Onic has been known to choke on international events. And my question would be this. Are they choking, or do they just look amazing in Indo But when they get, like, there's the big question, right? Do they just look amazing in Indo because of the current state of Indo? Or, you know, and then when they get to the big stage, and even then, they don't really choke. Like, they didn't choke in M4, I would say. They didn't really choke in M4. Number 4 is not a bad slot. Indo did well. You had RQ and you had pretty much Indo right behind PH. So I wouldn't really say it's a choke. Not getting first place isn't a choke. I wouldn't say that, at least. So let's start this off. Like I said, there's a lot on the line for all 3 of these teams, I feel like. Like, a lot. Onic versus BurnX. If we have to say, if we take into the fact that Onic has been having bad groups, etc., and they do lose best of 1 sometimes. Like, a lot of people just debate on this, that Onic will be fine here is because it's a best of 3. Mirko was talking about it. But if we have the worry that they don't do good in a best of 1, we have to kind of give the benefit of the doubt that they might lose a game, right? Like, I don't think they're going to lose a game to BurnX, but like, but the possibilities are there, right? Like, the possibilities are there, just because sometimes they do rough in group stage. People are saying in the chat right now it's a crazy prediction. Onic will lose on group stage. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know, man. If they do, that's just sad, bro. We'd have to blame Wolf. For some reason, it'd have to be Wolf's fault. For some reason, it would have to be Koya Wolf's fault. Public enemy number 1. I am going to give a game to BurnX because I think BurnX is going to be coming in as hard as possible. Onic versus OP. Now, this game, I am definitely staying up all night to watch this game. I am definitely staying up all night to win this game. There's another good point. If Onic wins the first game, it's a sweep. I do believe that too, right? If Onic wins game 1, it's probably a 2-0. I don't think BurnX is going to win. I think it just depends on what their mentality is coming in and what their strategy. I just think it is possible for them to lose 1 game. I think if they lose 1 game, they immediately, like, if this ends up being 2-1, it's because the draft or something like that. They immediately pick up the pieces. Coach is ready for the next draft, and they come in swinging. Onic versus Outplay. Once again, so here's another thing. Just like Onic doesn't do great in group stage, NA has also not done great in group stage. But there is a difference this time. This time we have a coach. We have a coach. I don't think Outplay is going to get the dub here, but I do think they could get a game. I think they could get a game. I think I'm going to go 2-1 to OP here. Call me biased, whatever. I think OP can get a game here. After that, the real game that matters here, because no matter what I felt like Onic was going, is OP versus BurnX Flash. This game, sheesh, it's gonna be it's gonna be intense. I'll say that, because here's the thing. What are the dates? I gotta look at something real quick, guys. I gotta look up something real fast. Where's esports? Mobile Legends esports. What games come first? Okay, so Onic versus BurnX Flash first. Then Onic versus OP. So this will actually be the last game. Meaning if both of them lost to Onic, it is all up to this. And it's going to make it so much more intense, right? Like, so much more intense. It's going to be kind of crazy. Especially if they both take the loss to Onic, it's all about who wins this. So 2 hungry teams. Which way is it going to go? Call it what you want. I got to give it to OP. I got to give it to OP. I think OP, I think they are going to be on a similar power level to what the Valley was in M4. I think all the players have gotten better. I think they're going to have a coach now. I think they're going to be prepared. And I think they should be able to get the win. But don't get me wrong, once again, Burnex Flash has a home turf advantage. I do think it is possible that Burnex could possibly get the dub. But I'm going to give it to OP here. After that, last group. Group D, we got Blacklist, International M3 champions, Season 10 champions before that. One thing they haven't been able to do is get an MSC title. We all doubted them in the Season 11 play. Yes, we all doubted them. Unless you were a super Blacklist fan, you doubted Blacklist in the Season 11 playoffs. They make it. They beat Bren. They storm through the upper bracket and make it to the finals. Literally, Ken says we? Nah. Literally, like all of the... Nobody, caster-wise, put Blacklist as a finalist. Nobody put them as a finalist. Nobody that mattered, Ken. So... It's very hard to bet against Blacklist. I was talking about this the other day. It's very hard to bet against Blacklist. It is not easy. It is not easy at all. That's why it's like I definitely don't think they're going to take a loss to Mena here. We also have Todak. Malaysia had a pretty decent running as well in SEA games. I kind of have a soft spot for Malaysia. I don't know why. A lot of people think they're not a good region. I think otherwise, even though they kind of bomb out on world stage consistently, I still think they are a decent region. I think it's just, I don't know. We'll see. We'll get to that later. All right. Mena, though, Occupy Thrones, decent team. I don't think they're going to be able to get out of this group stage alive. I don't think so. Blacklist takes this 2-0. And I think Todak takes this 2-0. I don't think Occupy Mena takes a single dub in this, which is kind of sad. Maybe they do. Maybe they pull something crazy out, but I just don't think they're going to be able to. I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be real tough. Now, here's the big game. Blacklist versus Todak. Black versus Todak. This is one of those gut feeling calls, guys. I have no explanation for it. I don't have any wise words to say the reason why. In all numbers and statistics, Blacklist should beat Todak here, right? Blacklist should beat Todak here. If you look at the numbers, if you look at the teams, and you go back. But every once in a while, TREX, you know me, I get that gut feeling, and I think Todak's going to win this one. I think Todak is going to take this, maybe 2-1, maybe even 2-0. I just have a feeling that Todak's going to take the win here. Blacklist will still move forward to the bracket and probably do amazing, but that is probably my spiciest take on the board right here. I like Todak does well in group stage, whether it's best of ones, whatever you want to say. For some reason, I just feel like Todak could maybe get the dub here. A lot of people are going to be mad about this. Listen, like I said, everything Blacklist should win this. But there's just something in my gut. Something that's like, I'm a gambling man. Guys. I don't know. I'm not telling you guys that my guess makes any sense at all, because logically this guess does not make sense. But there's, sometimes my gut is right, sometimes it's wrong. If I could gamble on this legally or not and not get in trouble by Moonton, the odds would be heavily against Todak. And sometimes you want to make those bets, right? Because you make more money when you make those bets. And if I was going to try to make an upset bet in this, that would be it. If I was going to be like, all right, I'm trying to turn $100 to $300 real fast because the odds are good, something just says I just have this weird feeling. I don't know. I just had this weird feeling. I had the same weird feeling about BTK, beating OP. Because all the numbers were against them. All the stats were against them. I just have this weird feeling that Todak is going to take the win against Black here. It doesn't mean anything really. It's not a huge deal, guys. Both are still going to group. So, yeah. That is it. That is all. Again, these are just my opinion. These are just my hunch. I'm just a lowly, meager, humble NA caster from the worst region on earth. Please pity me, guys. Take it easy on me if you guys, no, but seriously, if you guys disagree, it's totally okay. Make sure you leave it in the comments. Keep it clean. Keep it nice. You don't got to be rude about it. But yeah, that's that. Definitely a very interesting group stage that I put down here. Very spicy. We did this one for fun, for sure. I wanted to put some spicy takes in this group stage because it's a spicy MSC, guys. It's a very interesting MSC. There's a lot on the line. People are going home quick, and they're going home a lot throughout this whole MSC. They're not wasting any time. People are jumping back on those planes. That's that. So, yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. TREX is out. Chat. Say bye. All right, we're done recording. I feel like that was I feel like we did all right there, guys. We did okay. Not a bad video. I can turn my AC back on now. TREX Sadie in the house, please stand up. All right. All right, guys. What now? What now? Are we done? Is that it? Am I done streaming? Bro, guys, who would have ever thought MOBA Zane and General are both streaming on YouTube at the same time? What a world to be a Mobile Legends fan. Oh, man. What a world to be a Mobile Legends fan. If OP loses to Burn, that's embarrassing. Yeah, a little bit. We'll see. All right, what are your guys' thoughts? Do you think there's going to be any three-way ties anywhere in group stage? Is my take completely insane? Do you guys have any upsets? I'm pretty sure the bracket is random drawn again. I re-listened to the I listened to the video again because I was wondering the same thing. Group 3 can. You think Group C can? Like the Onic group? Your upset match is OP beating Onic. The draw wasn't live, no. I'm pretty sure I listened to it was only shown to the teams. Only the teams. Let's put it this way. If there was any point that OP could beat Onic, it would be in the group stage. I don't think they could beat them in bracket in a best of 5, but if they were going to beat them, it would be in group stage. If. Very small if. If they were going to beat them, that's where it would probably end up being. I'm not downgrading Malaysia, bro. I think they're going to get the win on black. I would also like OP to exceed expectations. I would love to see OP do great. I would love to see OP do great. Ken doesn't like Malaysia. He thinks they're garbage. Which is he's allowed to have that opinion. He doesn't really think they're garbage. He just thinks that they're... I don't think any region here is garbage exactly. Bro, if black went out... If black went out early, that would be a huge upset. Would be a huge upset. You think Phoenix can upset Evos? Yeah. Would that be an upset, though? I don't know if that's really... I don't think Phoenix beating Evos is an upset. I think it's just a win. Like, and I don't think Evos... I don't think they are that far apart in skill. Like, when I think of an upset, it's like Mena beating Blacklist. Like, that's an upset. We have one of the strongest teams in MSC getting beat by considerably one of the weakest, you know? Burn X or OP beating Onic is an upset. But I don't think Group B, I don't think any of them are like really that far apart. People could argue that Singapore beating either of the two teams could be an upset. That's what I think would be that you would argue, because Singapore was a first round exit in M4. So you could say like Singapore beating Phoenix or beating Evos could be an upset, but some people would even say that that's not. I don't know. So Phoenix and Evos has the same level of game. I don't know, man. I don't have enough information. I mean, if we look at region, all right, if we go by region, Indo is definitely a better Indo is a stronger region than Myanmar by just statistics, right? The thing about Evos is sometimes they're a little inconsistent. Sometimes they play great and they beat teams like Blacklist. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they lose to weak teams. So like, I think and we don't really have enough information on Phoenix on world stage presence, right? We know they've beaten Blacklist way in the past in like an ISF qualifier. They've also they beat Falcon, then they beat AI Esports. So like, if we're saying they are better than Falcon, then I think they have a good chance to take a win against Evos. I would say they are not that far apart in skill. Not far enough to say that if either team wins, it's an upset. I would say it's a much lower chance than that, PMizer, because I'm pretty sure the bracket is drawn again. So if Blacklist and Echo get pulled into the same side of the bracket, there's no way, it's impossible for there to be a PH Finals. It's literally physically impossible. So it's actually like there immediately, it is a 50-50 chance, right? Because it's half of the bracket. I don't know statistics that well, but immediately you lower the chances of it being a PH versus PH Finals if it's a random draw into the bracket. If they end up on the same side. They don't even have to go against each other. They can't go against each other up front, but if they just go on the same side of the bracket, they'll meet in the finals. Or the semifinals, I mean. And then there's also the taking any percentages away of I'm not hating on PH versus PH. I'm just saying there's a very low chance of it being like there's an under 50% chance just off of the mechanics of the format of the tournament. It lowers the chance of that happening. Let's watch the format video again. MSC format.
For 6 years.
Because I want to say, tell me if you guys hear this the same way I'm hearing this. Tell me if you guys are hearing this the same way I'm hearing this, all right?
Years, Southeast Asia have been the conquerors of the land of dawn. But now, new competitors have arisen, hungry to vanquish C's dominance. 12 teams will come to battle. Only Indonesia, MPL Philippines, and Pool 1. All other competing teams will be distributed across 4 groups. To the other groups. Teams from MPL Indonesia fight each other once, with the winner of each match decided in a best of 3. Only the top 2 teams of each group will advance to the knockout stages. As for the knockout stage format, it will be a single elimination bracket, with each team fighting in a best of 5 series. Teams from the same group won't...
Alright, so it says teams from the same group won't be drawn
into the same knockout matchup.
So that makes me think that they're drawing it, right? Bro, Leo jumped in here, and he didn't answer my... Bro, he jumped into this chat, and I messaged him on WhatsApp. Leo does sound so good.
There is no second chance.
His voiceover is...
Losing teams are eliminated.
All right, so the fact that he says drawn, like that right there, that's what I mean. That right there just means... Even, what do you mean? It doesn't matter if they both get first. They could both get picked into the same slot. You got to listen to what he's saying.
There is no second chance. Losing teams are eliminated from the tournament until it comes to the from the same nation bracket.
Only teams from the same group
in a best of 5 series. Teams from the same group won't be drawn into the same knockout matchup.
So only teams from the same group, meaning we could have Echo Blacklist right here, or right here, or right here, or even if you just have Echo and Blacklist on this side, they're gonna run into each other before finals. So just off of that, like the odds are already very low. Like just the statistics are pretty low. The statistics are pretty low. Same thing for there to be an Indo versus Indo or any region. Yes, F is first, as in first draw. First draw. first draw for match 1. Second draw for match 1. First draw for match 2. Second draw for. I'm almost positive. He says draw. He says teams can't be drawed from the same group. Why would he even say that if it's not going to be a draw?
Until there is no teams from this elimination bracket.
Like,
with
why would
each
he even
team
have to say
fighting
this?
In a best-of-5 series. Teams
Why would
from
he
the
have to
same
clarify?
group won't be drawn into the same knockout
matchup.
There is no second.
Teams from the same group won't be drawn into the same knockout matchup. It's not first place plus second place. That's not the way they're wording it here.
Chance.
They're going to draw. So it'll be like match 1, draw first and second slot. PH versus NA. I don't know if we're going to make it to finals, bro. They don't put all first places in different spots. Maybe. Maybe they draw all the first, so it's first. Either way, even with those odds. All I know is that teams from the same group can't be drawn into the same spot. Even that, there's still a 50% chance that regions could get paired up on the same side. Not anti-PH, like Indo could get paired up on the same side. Any teams could get paired up on the same side of the bracket. I'm just saying, like, the odds are very unlikely two regions face off against each other. It's possible. It's definitely possible. It's just because of the format. Let's not talk dreams. If Onic beats PA, if Onic and Burnex Flash beat, I mean, if OP, I don't think that's something that'll happen, yo. How many percent TREX OP to beat Onic ID? Maybe 30. Maybe 30% chance to win. We'll see. Yureshi's a good EXP laner though. Like, I wouldn't say Yureshi's that much worse. Like, I think Chicken's one of the best players in the world for many different reasons, but when it comes to just XP, like, I think Yureshi does a good job. He's not that far behind Fwide, I don't think. And I know a lot of people might think I'm retarded for saying that or something, but, like, I think Chicken's a better player, but I don't think Yureshi is that far behind him. We'll see how he does, though, on the world stage. I mean, Yureshi moved to Canada, bro. That's why I think Fwide, like, if we're talking about just like as a player, like Fwide is in just overall stats, I would say Fwide is kind of leagues above Yureshi for many different reasons. He's got an amazing gold lane. He's got an amazing XP lane. I think his brain and just so many different things makes Fwide a great player. So many different things make Fwide an amazing player. But when it comes to EXP laners and NA, Yureshi's following behind him. Bro, I don't think BTK would have won. I'm sorry to bust your bubble, Vooge. I don't think BTK would have won MSC either. And I'm all about America, but I don't think we're taking MSC. My vote goes to Echo. Bro. You think T, Yato, Baj, question. You think ISO, Yato, Baj, T, and Zane could have taken MSC? You think they could have got... I love those kids. And I love Zane, man. I love them to death. But I don't think they're... Come on. I think they're a great team. But I really don't think anyone's messing with Echo right now. Echo, Blacklist, Onyx. I just don't think anyone's messing with him right now. We're talking about Echo, who has been around, who just won Worlds and has not changed a single member. Same coach, same analysis, all that stuff. Same 5 players. Have only gotten better. Just one MPLPH season. No, bro. Zane's got enough gonads to take 4 players, form a team out of 4 new players. And I don't mean, when I say new, I don't mean they're rookies or anything like that. Just make a solid new team. The only players on that team that ever really played against each other was T and Yato. He made some magic happen in NACT, but I don't think he's taken down Echo. I don't think they're taking down Blacklist. BTK would have a... Yeah, but the top 3 in M3, that's a completely different team. That's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I think I hope that this BTK stays together. I do. And I think by M5, they can do some amazing things. But I don't think they would have been able to take MSC. I think they would have put on a good... I think if BTK went, they could get to the third, fourth place spot. I think that is possible. I don't think I don't listen, guys. I'm not taking anything away from BTK. I'm not taking anything away from them with this statement. And if someone's going to clip what I just said, make sure you add this part because I'm not taking anything away from BTK here. They're an amazing. The current BTK is an amazing team. And Yato, someone says Yato needs more recognition. I'm one of the people that voted for Yato to have MVP in the finals. Like, trust me, they're an amazing team, but Echo right now. I've said it since the beginning of the year. I think Echo are going to sweep through this whole year. I really think they're just going to like swamp through this year. I think they could win an MSC, then go back to MPL and win another season. Yato's like Sanji Light version. It's a different BTK though, Moosh. It's a different BTK. If we're running off that theory, well, you could argue that OP can get top 5 or top 6. Top 5, top 4. It is literally one player from M3 BTK, so it's just a little different. No Chicken, no Shark, no Victor, no Zia. It is just Zane and four new BTK members. I don't know if they could win MSC off the fact that they did well in M3. I don't think it's really a solid argument. Felicity May, bro. I think you live on. You gotta open YouTube more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Yes, Baratz is Theo. Ritz said, "Baratz, are you Theo?" Yes. I'm not gonna explain it all, Felicity May. I'm sorry, but just know the runner-ups had to go. BTK had some issues getting their players approved to go. Vietnamese moms are crazy. Listen, I love BTK to death. I just don't think they could have taken number 1. Even Zane, I bet if you went and asked Zane right now, saying, what do you think your odds are? If you guys went, what would be your odds to take number 1 spot in MSC? You want to go ask him, bro? You want me to ask him? What's Zane doing right now? Let's ask Zane.
Can't even react to that. Instant. Man, that Leo did less damage than that Frank. Interesting. Leo did less damage than Frank. TREX and Honda here. Play so good, Zane. Thank you very much, Honda. T-Rex? T-Rex.
Take.
I don't see T-Rex.
First place.
But thank you very much, Honda.
Let's ask him. Let's ask him. Oh, wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. I gotta put in personal information.
Your team
There we go. We sent it.
Try again.
Let's ask him. Let's ask him.
is banished.
Yo boy, did you want damage or what?
May the blood of my enemies flow from
You
my
jungle? Oh,
spear.
thank you for letting me have the opportunity, big man. Alright, your boy, Jiro, let me replay your donation. Thank you very much. Is that Lance you wanted?
Ya boy Jiro donated 27 Canadian dollars and 99
Up to
cents
you?
through Super Chat.
Wow.
JG Lance PLS.
Let's ask him.
The fucking stream sniper bandit. Hilarious, dude.
TREX Cast donated $10 through
Okay.
Super Chat. Hey Zane, if the BTK from
You're so
NAC
funny,
Grand
dude.
Finals went to MSC, what would you say your percentage would have been to take MSC first place?
Probably literally 0.1% chance. Like, I mean, with 12 teams, divide that by 100 by 12. What even is that? Like 8ish. So every team hypothetically would have like an 8% chance if they were all equal.
I will protect you.
But I mean, with Onyx and Echo, a literal percentage, TREX? Damn.
The hunt begins.
Like 5 probably. Like 5.
4.
Maybe a
You
bit
think you
more.
could take top 4? Let's ask him that.
But it'd be hard. Hard to say, man.
I'm not hating on. Like I said, guys, I think when people and my
You think we
point.
could take top 4? Probably, yeah. I would say
Alright.
we probably could, actually. Probably could. Top 4 would actually be possible.
Everyone changes. So do I.
Alright, boss. I'll go Lance next because we got
Wheeler Dealer donated
we have a comedian on our team.
$1.99 through Super Chat. What your thoughts on Genism?
Yeah. After this. It was a good game, though.
I just think like, again, when I make statements, guys, I'm never like
General
putting-
Marksman, I mean, he's not that great.
I
but
think top 4 was definitely possible for them. I think top
Not
4
that
is definitely
great, of
possible for
course.
them. I just think like there's just a point of like, there's just a point of like there's some really freaking strong teams going to MSC, and even Zane knows that. Like Zane, like don't get me wrong, BTK could get that upset win. Like they could get that upset win. It is possible, but the odds are definitely against them. And like, yeah. He doesn't know anything about Phoenix, so I'm not going to ask him if he thinks he could beat Phoenix. I'm not going to keep spending my money to ask him
Gianfranco,
questions,
thank you for becoming a
guys.
member. Wheeler Dealer, thank you for the donation.
He's playing Pac-Man?
Hope he's gonna choke on basics main character. I'm in. I have my thoughts on how they'll do. I have thoughts on how they could do better, but I mean, it's up to them to figure out. I think for myself. I don't even think it's fixable, to be honest.
Welcome to Mobile Legends. 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
No problem, Moosh. I hope you don't take anything I'm saying. I hope like earlier when you first made your statement, like me debating with you, I'm not like fighting you or anything like that. I enjoy a good back and forth. So Nothing. I'm never angry at any of you guys. If I'm angry, you'll know. You'll really know. But even then, I would probably never like snap. I don't think I've ever snapped on a viewer. Top 3 teams: Onyx, Echo, Black. Onyx, Echo, Blacklist are my top 3 teams. I think NA's strong. Like, I think we're a strong region. Like I said, I think we're a top 3, top 4 region.
Thought it was certain.
Like, I think we are, like, in even OP, like I put OP, I think, I will say this and I'll say it again, I think NA in general is a strong region. It is not just Zane or BTK. I do think that we could hiccup at this MSC, but I don't want that. I don't think that exactly takes away from us as a region. Like, I think Ackerman's a really strong team. I think OP's a really strong team. I think BTK's a strong team. I think Empire's okay. I think they're getting better. I think we have some strong teams overall. I think we have a good player. Like, in our NACT, we have a decent player base. And I know, and I think there's like, yeah, there's still like a lot of those hard feelings, and I get it. Like, I totally get it. But again, I'm not like, I'm not talking about like that's not really on the topic bar for me. You know, it's more of just like, I think OP is I think NA is a strong region, so I also think OP is a decent team. There's no like there's no feelings in there about like, you know, I don't have any like emotional ties to a singular team like a lot of people do to BTK or Mobazane or even the OP fans to OP or this or that. I'm stating it from a numbers point of view. What do you think about coaching in NA if OP do well? What do you mean coaching? Like me personally coaching? Or just coaches? Can you predict the 4th, 5th, and 6th place? No, I don't know. We'll probably do a prediction on that when bracket comes. I'll do bracket predictions when they come. It's way too early, and group stage is going to be crazy. So no, I'm not making any predictions just yet. Bro, I got it. So there's a person named Sally Moonton who's like one of our overseers. Of course, that's not her real name, I'm sure. But she's been like one of our reps for a while. She's been someone that I've talked to for a long time, you know, as a caster, and she represents Moonton kind of, and well, she does represent Moonton for a lot of us. And she sent me, I'm guessing she sent them to a bunch of the casters and stuff. Give your rating for MSC 2023 teams, talent predictions for group stage, da-da-da-da-da. And I started it earlier, but I realized there is a lot, because what it does is it asks you, who do you think is the #1 slot, reason, and then it does that for every team. And then it goes on to, like, best gold laner, da-da-da-da, just like we did for M4, essentially. All the casters did for M4, right? And I was like, oh, this is a lot. I have till the 30th to have it submitted or whatever. So I'll have it submitted by then. But even that, like, I'm like, this is hard. Like, you guys want me to put the top 8 already without even seeing groups? Like, MSC is going to be the hardest event I ever, like, for that. Like, M4 was a little bit easier because you know all the teams are going to make it from group. And it's just like, it's not as pricey. Teams have 2 chances. But MSC is going to be the hardest event to predict I've ever predicted. It's going to be the toughest event I've ever predicted. I will not be casting at MSC, no. I will not be casting at MSC. MSC is essentially, it's anti-PH and anti-Indo, I feel like. It is anti if you have 2 slots. If you have 2 slots, It's forcing you. But in that sense, let's be real here. In that sense, it evens the playing because of the single bracket. It's not that it's anti that. It just evens the playing field for one slotted regions. Either way, Indo and PH have better odds because they have 2 slots, right? That immediately gives them their whole region a slightly better chance. But because the group draw is random and it's single elimination, there is now a higher chance that regions with 2 slots can go against each other, meaning it gives another region the opportunity to make it to finals a slightly better. What if, hold on guys, hot take, hottest take of all, yo. What if, let's just get crazy here. What if all of Indo and PH were on one side of the bracket? So no matter what, there would be a different region than either of those getting to grand finals. I just won the internet, guys. What if that happened? What if that would be crazy. That'd be so crazy. That would be hype. It would probably end up being a 4-0 in the finals, but it is a possibility. It would probably end up being a 4-0 in the finals, but it would be pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It'd be like you could have like Echo Onic and then Black Evos on one side of the bracket. What if you had Echo Onic, Black Evos on one side of the bracket? Ooh. That'd be intense. It couldn't be Black Evos. It would be Echo Black, Evos Onic, because teams from the same group can't be drawn together. So it would be Echo Evos Black Onic. That'd be intense. Then you would have to have another region. I stayed up way too late with you guys. I don't think M5 is going to change the rules. I think M5 will essentially stay the same. It's a big tournament it is a world stage, so you have to kind of have a full-on double limb bracket through the whole thing. It's the best, and that is the best way to keep views. It's the best way to get national views from several different regions. Because here's the thing, right? If a team gets knocked out in group stage at the World Championships, you could possibly lose a lot of views just from that region, right? And the better chance you have of teams playing for longer in the event, the better chance you have of having multiple country viewage. I also work this weekend. Wait, MSC group stages won't be. MSC group stages are going to be streamed. They have times for them. Late nights with TREX are lit. Ritz, are you working right now? Bro, this man put Malaysia above NA. I'm a little offended right now. Bran. How? How? If we're going by M4, we're above Malaysia, bro. Myanmar is MM. NA's better than Malaysia. Bro, we beat Malaysia. We beat Malaysia, bro. We beat their best team. Todak. For 2 years, we've been above Malaysia. There it is. It's just M4 and M3. I am a bit tired. It's time to go to bed, guys. We'll see it. We'll see, bro. MSC. Another. I hate to say this, and I don't want to be like the bearer of I'm not. I shouldn't say it. I don't want to like try to pull it. Listen, however MSC goes, that's where the regions will be until M5. We'll just say that. But I do almost want to say, I'm gonna say it. MSC is kind of a weird judge of character for. Like, after MSC, we already know everyone's going to be like, your region placed last. It's trash. But I kind of feel like it's a weird turn. Just because of how easy it is to get knocked out and how bracket is so important, it is a weird event to try to judge regions by. I would say that. It's a weird event to judge regions by. It's also much less teams. I feel like Worlds is the best stage to judge because you can have a lower bracket run, things like that. MSC does count. It does show some input, right? It does count. I'm not saying it doesn't count. I'm just saying it's hard to you also have to put it like this, right? Like, because every team that gets knocked out in the first round of knockout stage, that's 4 teams that all are essentially on the same level. It's not like M4 where you have like you essentially every team that gets knocked out in first round are all sharing the 5, 6, 7, 8 slot. Like, so it's kind of weird. It's not like M4 where you have like the 1 slot, the 2 slot, the 3, 4 slot, the 5, 6 slot, the 7, 8 slot, the 9, 10, 11. Then you get to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like, it's a much easier way to judge regions. It's a much easier way to judge regions. That's all I'm saying. In Worlds. I'm not saying it's not S tier. I'm just talking about placing regions. It's a bit tougher. Because all you have is 1, 2, 3, and then you have 4, 5, 6. No, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't know. It's a little different. What group is Group of Death? Like, honestly, like, it depends on what your definition of Group of Death is. Because, like, Mena's probably going to die in Group D, but I think Group of Death would mean, like, the hottest group. Like, the most of, I think, for me, Group B and Group C are the 2, like, hottest groups. All right, I stayed up way too late with you guys. I stayed up way too late with you guys again. I wanted to read some manga, watch some anime before I counted sheep. And now it's 12:20 already. Luckily, I don't have to be at work till 10 tomorrow, so that's nice. That is nice. Let me see something. All right, good night, guys. Ritz, have a good night. Ken, have a good night. PM, Glenn, Esajamaru, Shiro, Didi, Kira, Big Black Clock, Brant. JB, Shiro, Vijeth, B Gamer Juan! B Gamer Juan! Everybody, congrats to B Gamer for winning MLSL. Best coach in South America, bro. Best coach in Mexico. Some dude, Kier, Captain YT. Captain YT's got the best rap video of me so far. He has the best music video of me so far. Though someone else has a dope thumbnail. Let's be real. Someone else clipped me again rapping, guys. Someone else has a dope thumbnail. It's me with a hat and a chain and some glasses on. All right, have a good one, guys. See ya.